everybody. This is Cutie Roo, and I am bringing you some Legally Cute. I am super excited for tonight's episode. We have, I keep on doing this, I'm just sorry, Mr. _ Shasta playing some Klonoa, and we are going to be, sorry, my brain is just like so excited with joy. And we are going to be playing, like I was saying, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series, Klonoa 1, and it's going to be particularly my brain.
8% support mode.
Yes, there you go. The one that I see it right there on the screen too. That's kind of funny. So anywho, and we are here with Shasta. Say hi, Shasta.
Hello, it's me. Hi, I like Klonoa. Get some wahoos in the chat. Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Yeah. Seems sick.
I'm so looking forward to it. Whenever you are ready for some more wahoos, let's get going.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's just do it then. Time will start as soon as it starts moving, by the way, just because this game goes by AGT. So, 3, 2, 1, kabam, let's go. Kabam. All right, so yeah, this is Klonoa 1 right here. This is the remake that just came out a few months ago. It's very, very good. Highly recommend it. It's on Steam and on modern consoles. You should play it. It's a very good game. But yeah, this category is called support mode because the reason it's called the support jump, which is a 2-player only feature. So I can just do stuff like this. Damn, that skips like a decent part of the level right there. Just his first room. Very good. Also go Wahoo whenever you use it. It's very nice.
More Wahoos, please.
Wahoo! Also new to the remake as well too. There's a feature to both skip the cutscenes and also speed up by 5 times. That's just a thing you can do. So we just do that because that's just a thing. It's fast.
We like to go zoomies.
We do like the zoomies. Big fan of the zoomies over here. But yeah, the whole gimmick of Klonoa in general is that you can't double jump unless you pick up an enemy like this and keep him above your head. So right now, I don't need it right there because support jump exists, but yeah. I picked up a move just so I can get to the end a little faster because it's out of my way. Now, each world also has like 2 levels to it. It's always goes first level just like just normal stuff, then second level is normal stuff, then there's a boss right at the end. It's always how it is.
So I'm just super curious. How did you find this game, and like what got you into the speedrunning part?
I've always just really wanted to play Klonoa, honestly. However, the original game costs, I'm not even kidding you, like $1,000 to get at this point.
What? It's $1,000?
Yeah, it was like a rare game on the PS1, and same with the remake or the sequel. It's like a few hundred for that, I think, for a disc of both of those games.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, I've always wanted to play them, but it's just like out of my price range. Obviously, I imagine for a lot of people they are as well too.
Include me on that.
when the remake came out, or like when it was announced, I was very excited to finally play it because I've really wanted to play this forever. If you don't know who I am, I spear in a lot of Kirby games, so like Klonoa is pretty similar to Kirby in a lot of ways, weirdly enough. Because like it's just a 2D platform. You also get like different like enemies along the way. You can pick them up and do whatever with them. Like it's pretty similar and weirdly enough. It's also very cute too. Look at him. Mm-hmm. He's a good lad.
I mean, give me wahoos all day long, and I'm sold.
Absolutely.
The wahoo is cute alone, and then now you just have like the cuteness of the. I mean, like look at that puff. I'm sorry, but that puff was so adorable. So
good. A little skip right up here in a second. You go right here, and then wahoo, wahoo, and then we're good. And it's time for the boss. He has 2 patterns to him, which hopefully I get like not the bad one, and we got not the bad one. Hooray! And most of the time we don't get the bad pattern here, but sometimes it happens. It makes me the big sad, but thankfully not this time around. So we can just do this over and over again with the support jump and go back and forth as he turns around. So he stops moving, I can hit him, and then bam, he's done. And that's Vision 1 right there. See ya.
See ya.
You just copying eBay for $1,800? That does not surprise me.
I was about to say in chat, it was a used copy for $1,800, so $1,800. I do not think that is in my price range at all.
Yeah, I was not kidding when I said like the original game is that expensive. It's very expensive.
Oh boy, it's just yeah. I don't even know if I bought the video game, I would even not know where to store it.
Store it in a safe.
Yeah, put it in a safe. Lockbox.
it safe and just put it in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the best plan, honestly. Deal with action right there. Generally, with the sphere in this game, you want to just keep moving forward as much as you can and like try not to stop and like pick up like stuff and get hurt and everything. That's the idea of this run mostly. And also support jump helps a lot, just like kind of some of the fat of just a normal game. For instance, you have to like get an enemy there to hop up that ledge to get up here, but we just have to do that because of support jump. And that support jump actually has a lot of like really huge skips in the run later on, but for now it's just like a lot of small things that add up. Like for instance, it's like instead of picking up an enemy like along the way here, I can just like not do that and just pick up an enemy and support jump, and like have to pick up 2 enemies. Like right here, for instance, I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm just support jump right here. Oops, almost fell down. That would've been bad. Stuff like that. That's the whole gist of it.
I don't know why, but every time I watch you
here?
speedrun, it's just such a joy.
Thank you. You fire me.
I like, it's just all the cute games, and it's just so up my alley. And then like, I don't know, these little creatures above Klonoa's head, I'm just like, oh no, I want a plushie of it. I'm so bad. I want plushies of everything.
Same. I wish there was a Klonoa plushie. I don't think there's an official one though.
Ooh, let me.
Oops.
Oh.
That's okay. I'm a little bit rusty. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm not rusty and having fun. That's what really matters.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say, like, it's just always nice to just even speedrun a game and just to showcase it, because, you know, it's always fun to show good games and then just have fun while doing it.
Absolutely. You can see a little support jump right there as well too. It's not a huge one, but it's a one, I guess. Yeah. So I guess getting the plot of Klonoa in general, you kind of just say, oh, actually, I'll get to it after this first room here, because the first room is really cool at the next level. If I do it all correctly. It's got like a nice little support jump skip right at the very start of it, if I do it right. It was pretty cool. See if I can do it. Also, great music here too. I love this song. I'll say that a lot throughout this game. This game's soundtrack is incredible. It's so dang good. But yeah, nice little one right there, and then another support jump right up here. Just gotta get right there. Bam.
Nicely done.
And then one regular jump there. Bam. There we go. Very fast stuff in the first room. Yeah, to get into the plot just a little bit though. So the idea is kind of like Klonoa just wakes up one day and finds this ring here that allows him to just, you know, grab enemies and keep them above his head and stuff like that. And there's like a bunch of stuff around that. But really what it boils down to is that at the end of the day, we need to save all these like guardians of each world. There's like 5 worlds in this entire game. And like they're not doing so well. There's this big old evil guy named Gatus who's being a jerk. And his psychic named Joka is also being a jerk. So we gotta stop them. There's more to it beyond that, but like, I want y'all to play this game instead of me talking about it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I may or may not be buying it. Please do not judge me.
No, please do that. When this game first came out, there's a lot of people on Twitter just like buy this game so we can get more. So Klonoa 3 #Klonoa sweep, and like for good reason.
Yes.
Klonoa 1 and 2, and like also I played like Empire of Dreams recently, and that's a really good game too. But they're all great games.
How many are there?
As far as I'm aware, I think there's like 6 or 7. There's 2 on the GBA. There's one the original's on the PS1. I think the other one's on PS1 or PS2. Klonoa 2. And then I think there's also a WonderSwan game as well. And there's also Klonoa Heroes, which is Japan only, but it's an RPG. It has a fan translation now, though.
Oh, does it?
It does, yeah.
Because I do love the RPG, so I actually would check that out.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's also in the GBA.
Ooh, okay.
That one. Alright, so this boss right here, by the way, when they actually go into me and try to, like, attack me, which they might do right here, it's random. They're not right here. They give me bubbles, which is also random. Usually I get at least one bubble here. That's not a huge deal. I'm also trying to like coax Seed off here into whatever like spike ball is like comes out closest on the right and left side. There's a whole like way it works, but I don't want to get into details right now. But yeah, right here. I'm see if I can I can get it. You gotta like time your like wind ring. That's what the ring is called, by the way. It's called the wind ring. You gotta time your wind ring there to actually hit pretty late to actually to grab Sea Dolph and then get him off of Pamela's back. Did not get that though this time, but it's okay. Might be able to get on this last round if you get good luck here. Let's see. Ah, that was really close. That's okay. That's a hard trick. I did it once casually somehow, and I was blown away. Just say that much. Yeah, there's 2-2 right there. Now move on to World 3, which in my opinion is the worst world of the game, unfortunately. There's just a lot of waiting around in it. But that's okay.
Aww, I like the from Chad, GD Cuties. I think that I like GD
yes.
Cuties. Let's go.
Redeem your show with that.
Yes, GD Cuties.
Yo.
It's a GD Cuties show. Yes.
Yo.
Yo.
Good job, person. Chad, you did it good today.
Yes.
Congratulations, you done it.
So I'm trying to decide what kind of animal. Is it an animal that Klonoa is?
It's kind of like a mix between a cat and a rabbit. Also skip right here. Bam.
Nice.
Yeah, now I gotta wait like 40 seconds to get through here. But yeah, it's kind of like a cat and a rabbit is what he is.
Okay.
People refer to Klonoa as like a cabbit. Oh, I can make that mistake and still be fine, by the way. Don't you worry. There's plenty of waiting here. But yeah, it's kind of what it is. It's not really set in game at all. I'm pretty sure, unless it's set in like a different like game I don't know about. But like, yeah, we just refer to him as a cabbit for now.
I like cabbit. I've never thought of that ever. I'm surprised I never did. Cause cat and rabbit, cabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of got those like cat eyes, just like the rabbit ears and stuff.
Yeah.
Fur is more cat-like. Like fur patterns for sure, more cat-like.
I definitely, yeah. Because
whoops.
I love the unique style, you know what I mean, of the main character. It's just a different like art concept in that I just actually enjoy a lot.
Oops. There we go. Yeah, it's really cool. I love Klonoa's design. I love Klonoa's design a lot in general. In this game and also in Klonoa 2 as well. Because he changed the designs in that game too. Oh wait, I need to actually get you. Hold on. You're important. You're important, friendo. There you go.
Come with us.
Yeah, I need the key in that box. It's important.
Oh.
Yeah, in Klonoa 2, he ditches like the big collar around his neck. It's like the big thing for sure. And like, as you can see right here on the side, there's also like the Pac-Man and the hats. That's another thing, because this is a Namco game. Funnily enough, as far as I'm aware, I learned this at one point from playing this game on stream, is that some of my chat told me that Klonoa was actually the answer to, by Namco to Sonic the Hedgehog, but it didn't really catch on, unfortunately. But I would have loved if it did. Oh my god.
I would too. That's, the more, like, yes.
I would have loved it really caught on.
I'm just like, I'm sorry that I kind of I agree. Oh man, I'm thinking about it more and more, and I'm just like, yes, just give it to me. Please,
Absolutely.
let's make it happen. Let's just have it happen.
Wait, Ban Mco in the chat. Ban Mco, make Klonoa 3. The people want it. Trust me. What the heck?
Klonoa 3.
Please.
Hi.
Yeah, I continue the story. 2 ends off at cliffhanger.
Request third game.
Special request from the person with the mic.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Alright, we're keeping this move. They're called moos, by the way. That's the name of these enemies here. They're called moos. We're keeping this move during yeah, they're called moo. We keep them during the auto scroller here because we gotta use them right at the end of this for a little optimization.
Can
That's
you
all
lose the moo?
Yes, I can. If
okay.
anything can hit them above my head whenever they want to.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna support up right up here, and then just gonna wait on this for a bit. And then you see that big guy back there? We're gonna hack him real quickly with this big ol' move right here. Bam, and then bam. So we could actually skip doing that as well too. by doing a support jump on this little gondola. However, it's very, very, very hard and annoying, so I just don't do that. And the reason for that is because the gondola swings back and forth very slightly, and in order to actually do that little skip, the gondola has to be in a very specific spot. And it's like really annoying, doesn't save a whole lot of time, so I just go opt for that instead. Which is like not a big deal, but yeah.
I'm gonna do this because it was redeemed.
Orb.
It was redeemed. Orb.
You know, it's actually pretty appropriate for this too. They're big in rounds.
I like the way
Thanks
you
for the
said orb,
500,000 channel points. Holy schmoly.
Yeah.
That's a lot of watch hours. That should be like recognized for sure. Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I think we need to have a redemption for Wahoo!
Wahoo! I agree.
Wahoo! For anyone just watching on YouTube, we are talking about things that could be bought with points. Wahoo!
Yeah.
I like the idea of Wahulian points.
I'm about it for sure. Oh, this room is hard. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this correctly. This part especially right here is tricky. I should... Oh, okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh.
I should have done a checkpoint at the beginning of the room there. That was my fault. Oh, I also need you. Hold on. Wait, no, I don't need you. I forgot. It's just this switch right here. I can just do this as soon as I get my support jump back. I'm spaghettiing right now. Don't you worry. There's clams fly out my pockets.
I like that you say spaghetti.
Thank you. I've said that for way too long.
Now, what are those creatures? So all these creatures are actually fascinating to me.
I don't know all their names, if being honest. I know some of them are just like, this one's like a bomb moo, I'm pretty sure. And they have like a timer and they have to wait for them to explode right here.
Oh, okay.
And get in the door and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it's a bomb moo. I don't know what like some of the other creatures are not moves. But yeah. Also, check this out right here. Joker's gonna show up in a second, but he's gonna disappear. Bam, see ya.
What was that?
That was me using the fast forward feature and skipping at the same time. He just kind of yeets out of existence. It's great.
That's so funny. Oh, that was so good. I can't even say what it was. It was so fast.
That's like the villain. That's one of the villains of the game right there. He's just gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's Joker.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh wait, I did this wrong? I did this wrong. I'm blanking. I think it's this. Am I blanking? Nope, I'm blanking. There goes that one. I'm a little rusty. Forgive me on that. Forgive me for making a mistake in my speedrun. It's okay. To make up for it, I'll show you a little skip right here about to do. That skips like a third of the level. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
That's what we're gonna do. Check this out. Wahoo, wahoo, and we're good.
Wow.
Support jump's busted. That's all I gotta know.
It is.
However, the caveat of support jump though makes it like not as good as it could be, and for good reason. Like it's a bit of a nerf in this regard. But whenever you use support jump, you see how it has like the little cooldown in the bottom right there for it. I have to wait for it to go off before I actually can use it again. So like it's like about a 6-second cooldown, I want to say. So that's the caveat of using this in the first place. It's a good like balance for sure. Yeah, this is Gelg Balm, or as I like to call him, Greg Balm, CEO of Lip Balm.
That's so good.
He's just got a funny name. I don't know.
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Am I wrong?
Think about that. No, you're not. I totally agree because yeah, and that I mean they are lips too. Like that's a mouth.
Yeah.
Lip balm.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Exactly.
Greg Balm. Oh, that's a good name.
My moo. I need that. I have to wait for him to like do a certain animation here so I can actually attack him. Basically, there we go.
Nice.
Also, for some reason, IGT runs way in the air even after defeat him there. It'd be like that. Yeah, done for World 3. Hooray! I mean, woohoo!
Woohoo!
Now we're in the World 4, which I actually like a lot personally.
Is this one your favorite?
I think World 6 is my favorite because both of World 6's levels are just fantastic. However, in the speedrun though, this level was really cool. First off, a little support jump right there saves us a lot of time going arounds. Have to wait for it to come back here though. Then we're gonna just go over here. I think this level was a big skip of support jump, by the way. It's I'm excited to show off, but yeah. We gotta get there first though.
Oh. I'm like, I'm ready.
Brace yourselves. Continue to brace.
Yes.
Be in a constant state of bracing yourself for this one.
Bracing.
It's really cool, but I'm also hyping it up now, so I might fail it. Please, no judgy.
No judgy. No judgies allowed. Yeah, no judgies.
So fun fact, it's actually
embracing.
Fun fact, it's actually the final room right here, the level. But it's very, very long, to say the least.
Oh, is it?
However, we're skipping like a good portion of it right at the end of it by doing this really cool like jump where I'm gonna like jump in the air, hit the enemy on the ground, have it respawn again, jump again using it, and then like do a support jump, have it respawn again, and then jump one more time, and ideally I get over to where I need to be at the end of the level. It's tricky though. Hopefully I can get this. I wish I had time to actually de-rest this a little beforehand, but it's okay. Here we go. Come up to it in a second. Hopefully I can get this one. The step I'm doing here is also easier than the previous step I used to do, like when I first learned this run. Hopefully it goes all right. Oh, hopefully this next attempt goes all right. Oh, well,
I see. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I messed it up already. I'm doing this a little wrong, actually. I'm not looking at this. Oops. How do I do this again? Oh no. Let's see this. No, I'm doing this wrong. Hold on. I'm making this hard myself. I almost got it there though.
That was that was super close.
Ah, that was almost correct. Okay.
Oh, it was so close.
I know I'm doing incorrect here. And the reason what I'm doing correct is I'm throwing this enemy to the pit, as you can see there, because they don't respond. They respond like slower if they're further away from the ground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm hitting on the ground right here, and they're gonna respond immediately, basically.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm trying to get them onto the ground below. Oh. Okay, I got them onto the lower. I'm trying to get them onto the left deck right there, or the left platform there. I mean. I'm barely off every time. All right, but this time though, I had it and then I messed it up. Okay.
No, you got it.
Now we got this. It's fine.
Got this. All love.
Yeah, we're good.
Plus, also, like, this is actually kind of interesting to find out because.
And we're good. We got it.
Wow! Let's go!
Yeah, look at that.
Yay!
It's so cool.
That is actually really good. That was really, really good. I love that.
Yeah, I love that skip. We're gonna miss this cycle though in the end, but it's okay. That skip is so cool.
It is.
It saves like half a minute or so by doing that. I want to say because like in a level is just like a back and forth. But yeah, it's a hard one. It is like one of the hardest skips in the run for sure. Like no doubt about that.
Yeah. Wow, that is. I'm sorry, but like that was really cool.
Right?
Yes.
This run's got a lot of really cool skips thanks to support mode. That's why I like it so much too. It's actually what kind of drew me into the run was like seeing the support mode feature, like casually, and just being like, wow, this is so cool. I want to see how it's done in the run. So then I just did it. And here we are. Whoa.
Oh, I love the you're on the water.
Yeah, you actually go faster in the water by just holding forward too. So I'm in a constant state of just doing this.
Would you, does it go any slower, like, if you hold back? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of going forward, instead of going right, going left?
I think so. I think it actually does. Oh, no, I wasn't flowing here. Oh, no, the swag.
This is so cool.
Yeah. This one's so cool. I love this one a lot. This game rules so hard. I agree. Klonoa is sick. So I'm gonna say my support jump here. It might look a little slow because I'm not constantly moving forward. However, using support jump right here as soon as I land is good. I've done it before where I've accidentally like used support jump in the air, like while in that wind there, and it just like puts me off center, and I just fall out of bounds. That's just a thing that can happen.
Oh, interesting.
Oops. I'm supposed to get the earlier move, but I did not get in time there. Still want to die though. Now, important cutscene happens right here. I'm not going to explain. You should play the game. That's all you gotta know. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It's like actual like huge like spoilers for the game itself. Oh, I hit one of the things. Okay, let's be a five round then. That's okay. But yeah, actual huge spoilers right there. Play the game, you'll know them. But yeah. Hey, you said you're gonna play it too, so like, I'm saving you as well. There you go.
Yes, I appreciate that because I am really, really like, I don't like being spoiled. Like, I'm really good about like, if I see something ahead of time, I try to make sure to be like, have you seen it? Yes or no? Because I don't want to spoil it. I think it's better to just experience it yourself.
Absolutely.
Unless you're like, yes, I want to be spoiled. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That fight's pretty cool too. Just I love that boss design in general. I just like snakes. I don't know, they're pretty neat.
I kind of I'm interested in knowing now that I know like one of the enemies' names is Moo. I kind of want to know all the enemies' names.
They're probably pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
That's just the one that I know for sure, and also the ones with wings are flying moves. You know, you'll see one in a second. Oh yeah, this level, the whole goal of it is to collect 4 orbs throughout the entirety of it. So we're gonna just do that. Starting with this red orb over here. So the first few orbs have some pretty cool skips to them that I'll be doing. Hopefully they go pretty well. I'm gonna go for this first one here. Hopefully I get pretty fast, ideally. Do a little bit of that action here, and just gonna wait here for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Just a split second, just a hair. And bam! Hopefully it's good. Nice, first try. There we go. I just wanted to get the practice ahead of time, thankfully. That gets us to the blue orb early. So I joked about the red orb, by the way. It was not the red orb, it was the blue orb there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That skip doesn't save a whole lot of time compared to just doing that part normally. But like, it just looks really cool. You go from the red orb path and like go to the blue orb, you know, it's pretty neat.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, as long as I just see orbs, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Orbs work for me.
Oh yeah, it's like the meme here. That's right. It's like the funny. Hold on.
Exactly. I'm trying to decipher every time the jump. I see like little confetti. Is it confetti?
Is it? I never noticed that actually. Hold on. Oh, like that was support jump. Oh,
yeah, it looks
kind of sorta, I guess.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be something that like a second player would do, I guess. It's supposed to like this game's like co-op feature, so I guess it could be like a fun. I guess it's supposed to be like a sort of like a fun sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know. It's a cool effect. I like it.
I like the effect.
Now you point it out.
Yeah. I like the effect so much because I was just like, ooh, confetti, kind of. But I see like shapes, but still, I really, really like it.
Absolutely. Support jump, I agree.
Support jump.
Yo. Oh yeah, for that last orb there too, there's also a small thing you can do where you can throw a move through a wall to hit the checkpoints. That's like right near where the red orb is. It's really, really hard and precise, and I don't go for it anymore because of that. But that's a thing you could do there to save a little more time over what I just did. Just the regular movement, you know. Oops. We're just gonna do that. There we go. When in doubt, support it out.
Support it out. I love it. Oh, I really would love like. Actually, I'm gonna quote that. I'm quoting it. When in doubt, support it out.
When in doubt, support it out. I'm glad that jump worked. Nice. Oops. Probably gotta wait a split second there for that fire, but it's okay. Now I got one more to get real quickly. Oh yeah, the last 2 levels of this run, by the way, they're pretty tricky. The next level after this one, especially, because I didn't get to practice it, it's probably gonna mess me up a little bit because of one section. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to it, though. This game is just a treat. It really is.
I am very treated. I like my treat. This is the best treat.
Woo! Mission accomplished, then.
Yes. I'm trying to decipher what that enemy is trying to throw. It looks like a yo-yo, but I know it's not a yo-yo.
It's like a spiked ball in a chain.
Yeah.
It's like a ball and chain, I guess.
Ball and chain.
They had those in medieval times. I think it's just a fan of the time period.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't get to skip. It's like a real-time skip there. I can hit the switch, then go into the door before the animation plays, and it'll still open the door. Doesn't save any time for IGT, which is what this game goes by. By the way, shout out to this game's IGT for being really good. Just want to say that real quickly. Thank you very much. This game's IGT is very good. You did a good job, man, Namco. Congratulations. And there we go. That's 5-1.
Nice.
Save all the Nutcracker people in that world. Other Klonoa 1 enemy names: Boomies, Glibs, Fifi, Fi-Fi, Bernie, Algor, Mew Mew, Zippo. These are great. I'm just gonna say that real quick.
Awesome. So good. Oh, it's so good.
Can I get this in time? Yeah, we got in time. There we go. I was afraid of that right there in particular. It wasn't the thing I was referring to earlier I was afraid of, but like, the gimmick of this level is that it goes from between night and day, so the enemies during nighttime can't be like grabbed at all. You can only go around them and they're completely invincible.
Oh, interesting. That's actually really cool.
It's a really cool mechanic. I love it a lot.
I like the mechanic a lot.
Particularly, there's a room come up pretty soon that's a little brutal in that regard for me. I have to do a skip while doing that, basically. Nice little optimization. And if I mess it up, I probably die. I think it was a checkpoint at the start of the room. It's right here. Hopefully I remember the order of operations here. Hopefully I PEMDOS my way through this one. Oops. Might not PEMDOS. No, I messed it up already. Whoops. Okay, we're not going to PEMDOS our way through this. No order of operations. It's okay. Let's wait on the platform here. I was going to do a little skip here. It saves about 5 seconds of just waiting or so on this platform. But that's not a big deal. We'll just wait there. We didn't die, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, dying, I don't know why, but dying is just, it loses time. I get it. I totally get it.
As the speedrunners say, it's slow. We want fast.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I prefer, personally, out of the 2 options.
Yeah. I don't have enough time for the animation. I just don't.
Yeah. I don't either. That's all I'm saying. Where's the lie?
Exactly.
Whoops. I was supposed to bring an enemy from the last room. That's my bad. Forgot about this. These enemies are weird to grab too, as you can see right here. And I have to wait for nighttime too, because I beefed it here. Hold on. Come on. Daytime, please. Daytime, please.
Come on,
should maybe get right here? Nah. They're weird. Like I said, they're weird to grab. There we go. I got one.
There you go.
Cool. I did that thing in the background. That's what it is. Now the background is the foreground. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Whoa. And we're perfect timing too, because I need these platforms to be visible, which is only a thing in nighttime. So bam. But bam, we're good. Now we do this. And now skip time. Whoa. So you know the whole third section of this level? I'm not playing it. we're gonna hit that checkpoint right there, and then we're just gonna go over here and just fall into a pit, and then we just skip the whole third of this level, 1/3 of this level, and get right to the end. That's just the thing you can do with the support jump, and also on easy mode in particular, because easy mode has a larger reach with the wind ring here. On normal modes, it's a lot shorter, but on easy mode, it goes a bit further.
Oh, really?
So that's actually an easy mode only skip, I'm pretty sure, and also of course support jump allows me to get up there in the first place. You might be able to like bring an enemy in that room and do the same thing. I actually don't know. I've only ever run this game on easy, and that's all I plan on doing anyways. But yeah, let's get to like the last third level there. And here's Joka. He's big and mean now instead of being tiny and a little annoying.
I didn't even see the tiny little annoying. I don't even know what tiny little annoying looks like.
That's part of the cutscene we skipped. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much.
These fists are like they like hit the moves away here, so you gotta be careful of them.
Oh, and that's why they're changing colors. Okay.
And also in easy mode, he takes, I think, 6 hits, whereas in normal mode, he takes, I think, 8 hits or 9 hits. I used game in normal mode the first time around, so yeah. But because of this, we can do this boss fight in 2 phases because of that. Now the second phase is really cool because you gotta like do this a bunch. It changes colors back to yellow here. I just run it over and over again, and hopefully I get the good cycles. So far looking good here. This attack is like actually probably a good attack to have because it lasts a little bit. Oops, I missed the green here. I think, oh yeah, that caused me to miss this then. He has to go through the whole attack before he goes back into his normal self. So because I missed that one green, I think in the end actually cost me a little bit of time on the boss fight. Just fine. It happens. And now it's time for another phase of hitting him a bunch in the face. There we go, there's 1. 2 more face hits and we should be good. I can also jump a little bit. Oh, I was about to say I can hit him above the fists there, but I was barely too low. Well then, I'm gonna wait. Oh no. Okay, so if I take too long here as well, he'll go directly into the very next phase as well. I'll go back into the attacking phase there that you saw previously, which you don't want him to do.
Oh, okay.
Because that is slow. We like fast here.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, cool.
There we go.
Just to make sure I can hit that. Just to make sure I can hit that one.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, because otherwise we lose like a minute there, and that's not very good. We don't want that.
No, a minute, no.
All right, now get ready for one probably my favorite song in the entire game. I love this song so much.
Ooh, okay.
It's very emotional, but it's very good. It builds up over time, but trust me, the payoff is so worth it.
Oh, I'm a
Also, this level's really cool too. Like, this is probably my favorite level overall. It's got some cool mechanics to it, just with the whole like crystal thing going on here. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, a little fun thing you can do, by the way. You can squish an enemy underneath like a thing you're not supposed to bring him under, like that, by just there you go. It's a crystal in the background there. It skips having to go through all this. That's a thing too. But you can squish a Moo underneath like a thing there by just pressing like forward, then like the direction you want to go. I went the wrong way. Speaking of directions I want to go, I went the wrong way here. We'll just double. There we go. We'll just go over here to the red.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It was the right way.
I always confuse that. It happens.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the right way, because I don't know where to go.
It's because you believe in me. That's why.
I believe. Yes.
Thank you. Oops.
Okay, the music is really. I'm listening. I've been listening to the music.
Just wait, it gets better.
Oh, chef's kiss.
And bam, hit that strike point from all the way over there. So we skip having to land 2 platforms, get through this room, and bam, blue crystal. We're good. I used to hit the blue crystal first and then hit the checkpoint. Then I realized that you just don't have to hit the blue crystal at all. You just hit only the checkpoint and just go over there, no problem. It's also pretty. I agree. Oh my god. Here we go. So the cool thing about this level too, dynamic music. Love that in games. When you're outside here, it plays a different part of the track, and then when you're inside, it plays the good part. Oh.
Ooh,
This
okay.
right here.
Okay. I'm gonna listen.
Oh, love this part. Oops.
Okay. Yes. 100%
Yeah.
yes.
They're both good
100%.
parts, by the way. But you know, this is the good part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is the best part.
Oops. Yeah. Hit this? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Wait, no, it didn't hit. Oh, that happens sometimes. It's weird. Did he respawn? He doesn't. Oh, frick. Okay, so here's my solution. I'm gonna respawn him again real quickly. There's a move that's right there. It's supposed to hit the crystal, but sometimes it just doesn't if I support jump to hit him, which is the fastest way to do this here. There we go. Now it hit.
Yeah, I saw you hit it, but yeah, it just didn't register.
something save the frames, you know?
Yeah, save the frames. It's fine.
Just didn't want to go in that one step there, so I just tried to hit him a little earlier, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just, I just wanted to see it. I wanted to see it again.
Yeah, same. I want to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
this
into the
music.
green
I'm
here.
sorry, but this music, 100%, you are correct.
Right? Oh my god, it's so good.
It
Best
is
part
so
is to hear it like loop twice. Oops, support jump. There we go. We're good. That's cool about the support jump. If you mess it up on this run, you can just use it and you save yourself. That's another cool thing about it. It's we literally use it both in unintended ways and in intended ways. There's the last crystal right there. Now we're good. So there's a checkpoint above where that yellow crystal is that we just hit. Like once you get back in the outside area here. There might be so like when you get there, you might be seeing that and wondering why are we not just like hitting that? Well, there's actually an invisible wall or a visible ceiling rather right above it that allows us to not just hit that and then go to the end of the stage. So you see that checkpoint right up there in the corner. This one right here. We can't do anything of that. Just skip the whole stage, which is totally fine, honestly. But yeah, now we're at the very end of it. There's a sentry egg right there. I forget what it's actually called. It looks like a sentry egg.
I love that. Century Egg is good. Even if it's not that name now, it's that name. Forever
Yeah,
known
exactly.
Century Egg.
I forgot what it is in lore. We're calling it that.
Yes.
Alright, one more level, and it's time for cool final boss time. We also got a cool boss here too as well. The main boss of the game, honestly. Except for the cool secret one they're gonna see after this. But yeah.
Ooh.
Also great music here too. I love both these levels so much. This game ends off with just so well. It really does.
Yeah. Sorry, if I'm not talking too much, it's because I'm just listening to the music and I love it.
No, you're good, trust me.
It's just
I wish
so
I could do the
good.
same. Just be a fly on the wall right now while this is happening, you know?
Yep. I love the random Wahoo still though.
Wahoo! Always so good. I'm gonna spoil a little bit right now as well too. We are gonna skip 2/3 of this level. Just gonna say that right now. Oh, I didn't get the jump there. Whoops, that's on me. I'll just do that again. No big deal. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna do like this because I'm being a little clumsy Clarence over here. There we go. Little cutscene right here though. This part of the song right here though. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, and I love the like. Oh, and it keeps climbing too. That's like the best part. I love it when music is like crescendoing into it.
So good. There's a little support jump, a little skip right there. To have to hit that a few times. There's 3 puzzles just like that in this level. The 2 other ones beyond this are a lot more difficult. That one you can just do that with support jump to like skip it no problem. But yeah. Now we're gonna go over here to the second door we just unlocked and then do a nice little jump. That's gonna allow us to skip everything, pretty much. And it's really cool. I love this skip a lot. It's also funny when it fails because we can overshoot it and just like fall out of bounds for a while until finally we die. That's another thing we can do too here, but hopefully I don't do that. Here we go. Oops, I just messed that up. I gotta do this again. I always have to respawn the room if I mess this one up because of the way these moves spawn here. I gotta make the move get hit on this platform ideally. To respawn immediately. Yeah, I fell out of bounds. Whoops. That's alright. I overshot the skip. It's a tiny platform you gotta go on there.
Oh, gotcha.
The good news is you have to actually you have to hear more of the music here. So yeah. There we go, second try.
Nicely done. Love
I can see right to the end of the level here, and I can fight Gadius. He's huge. This fight's also really hard, by the way. Doing it optimally is hard, and also its first part's luck. Like where the 4 moves spawn right here. After him with all 4 moves that spawn this first phase. Hopefully I can do that, but this first part's gonna be weird. Oh, no, we got okay. Just gotta make sure none of them get hurt, and I don't actually fall into these like green orbs down here. There we go. Okay, good start. Good start. Good start. We love to see it. So second phase, ideally here is the last phase if I do everything correctly here. Because you should be able to hit all 5 of these moves that spawn in all at once if all goes correctly. However, it is hard. But if I get this, that'd be really cool, considering I'm rusty and everything. There's 2. That's a good start right there. Might get this. I need to get way up here, though. Oh, yo, let's go.
Oh,
yo,
let's go.
There it is. That was sick.
That was so good.
That was very good. Textbook fire right there.
Yes.
Holy moly. All right, final level here. I have to manually actually switch over to it. The only level in the game you have to do that for. I don't know why. But yeah, here's the final boss right here. This is Palladium. This is Nahatum. Palladium's the boss of like World 2, or World 4 rather. Oops. Anyways, this is Nahatum. He's this big guy here. Very long final boss fight. Has a few phases to him. But ideally, every single person, every single like guardian we've saved throughout the entire game, they're gonna be helping us right here. I have to hit them once with Willy's moves here. And once I hit all 5 of them, we're good. We can just move on to phase 2. I gotta be careful of this next part though, because this tongue attack, which by the way sounds like the SpongeBob Blowump sound for some reason. This tongue attack, if it hits me, it loses me a lot of time. There we go, we're good. It's just like Blowump. Blowump.
Wait, so how come it loses a lot of time?
You get eaten by him, and he spits you out like through his back, just like he does with the moves in this fight.
Oh, okay.
It's not very good. Don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah.
All right, and last one right here. I was in the wrong spot when I started this part of the fight, so lost a little time moved there, but it's not a big deal. It's all good.
Wow, that hit is
phase
powerful.
2 time.
Yeah.
Phase 2 is also really cool if I do it correctly. Hopefully I do. We'll see. This part I'm mostly doing normally, except for the very final hits, which ideally is a cool support jump if I do it right. Oops, I'll be a little careful here. There we go. 3 right there. There's 4 stones getting in the background here, and afterwards, there's 2 more. One for the last 2 hits, there's gonna be a stone just kind of flying around at the hit.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of Gengar for some reason.
I can see it, or like Haunter. Or maybe just like the ghosts you see it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like the ghost you see in like the graveyard, like in like Celadon's. Is it Celadon? No, Lavender Town. That one.
Yes. That's what it is.
It could be just the ghost there.
Yes.
T-Bone's mother.
Yes.
Can I get this? Dude, I missed. That's fine. But check this out, though. Check out this shot right here. Whoa! Oh, it's over here. Whoops. Whoa! There it is.
Oh, it was so good.
And that's phase 2.
That was phase 2? Oh, wow.
That's phase 2.
Oh, wow.
Final phase is the trickiest for me, though. Hopefully this goes well.
Okay.
So you see all the cannons down there in the bottom of the screen? They're just going to keep moving around in a cycle like this. I just need to hit the cannons with the moves. But essentially, I need to jump with the moves to hit them. This part is tricky because he's constantly destroying the platforms around you, too. You also can do this attack, too, where he like sends a bunch of rainbows everywhere, too. That's another thing. So you gotta be very careful of that. And there's 2. I've had it before where I've destroyed him, and then tried to land on a platform, he just respawned and went right through it. So like it's pretty tricky. Which like that's my fault, but that happened in the first place. But yeah. It's just a thing that can happen. It's all good.
Yeah. I love the rainbows.
Same.
I'm so happy. Like, I love the rainbows.
Support jump.
Oh,
there we go. Let's go support jump. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Very good feature in general. I'm not just saying it because it makes the run so much cooler, but still, it's very cool. I do love that in general.
Yeah.
I have to wait, get him right here. Oh no! Okay, I have to get him next time then. This attack, I think, only happens in the final phase, or maybe on like the second, or the final attack rather. He's down to 1 HP. I want to say that's the case. I could be wrong about that though. But yeah, that should be it right here, and time is in a second, and time.
Nicely done.
There we go.
Wow, thank you. Wow, that was so good. I want more. That is so cool.
I could do casual Klonoa 2 after this if you want me to.
Well,
but we got schedule upkeep.
Yeah.
Dangerous can wait. Oh, it's fine.
Poor Dangerous. We're gonna do a casual playthrough of Klonoa 2. Please hold. We just have to set up and get ready.
I have played it already, but like I haven't run it. I don't run it personally.
Well, in the meantime, do you have anything to say? Any shout outs for anybody? And honestly, I'm gonna say thank you really quick, and I just wanted to let you know that was amazing, and thank you for showing it. And if you wanted to do any plugs or anything, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I got a few things to say. First off, wahoo! Shout out to Bad Namco being in that chat. That's really cool. I run Nintendo games mostly. I'm not used to the developers of a game being in my Twitch chat, but hey, that's cool. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Also, play this game, by the way. I'm not just saying because of Band Namco in the chat. This game is legit really, really good. I love the port of it. I'm glad I was finally able to play it, considering I mentioned at the beginning of this stream. I'm going to say it again. The original version of this game is over $1,000, and Klonoa 2 is like a few $100s to get like a disc of it these days. So I'm glad these remake exist, because you can get it for like, I think $20 on $30 on Steam and like all modern consoles and stuff. It's very good. I recommend it. I'm skipping a lot of cutscenes too in general in this run. I mean, I'm probably even going to skip the one up here in a second after this cutscene plays, because it's like very, very good and you should experience it for yourself. But like, yeah. Very good video game. Play the game. Also, the experience community is really, really fun too, and like they're very good at like teaching new people from the ropes how to play the game. Shout out to Bobby Kaze especially, helped me set up the whole like the whole setup I use for my controller here. So I'm supposed to use like a second controller for the support jump, but with the setup that I have here, which is by the way legal in the streaming community, you can do this for the speedruns. That's not too hard to set up or anything. But I have it essentially where my DualShock 4 controller here is able to do the support jump on that controller itself without use of a second controller. That's a thing you can do. It's really cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah. You can play Fruits and play some on consoles. There you go. Bam. Go check it out. It's very good. I recommend it. Oh yeah, Hupo's doing the thing. Hold on. We're gonna skip this. Sorry, Hupo. All right, credits time. The last cutscene I skipped through, by the way, is very emotional. You should watch it. It's very good. Play the game. But yeah, thank you for watching and stuff.
Well,
it made me cry the first time, and the next few times afterwards when I started writing it, I'm not even kidding you when I say that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I appreciate you then. I appreciate it very, very much. Because when I'm gonna play the game, I'm probably gonna do the same then. Okay, so we are gonna have a quick little break. We will have like a 5-minute. We'll stretch, get some water, or get comfy and get your like warm blankie and toesies. We do have another speed run with Dangers, and I am looking forward to that because it's gonna be Super Mario Odyssey World Peace. And
Wahoo!
Honestly, today has just been an amazing show, and thank you, Mr. Shasta. Also, everybody give a follow to Mr. Shasta. Like, I definitely great speedrunner. Check out the Kirby speedruns and Klonoa and everything like that. So just doing a shout out there, and I'm just gonna say thank you again, and I appreciate you, and we will be back in 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me again. Let's go.
Let's go. Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Hello, everybody. This is Cutie Roo. I am the host for Legally Cute, and we have another great speedrun coming up with Dangers, and we're going to be doing Super Mario Odyssey World Peace. I am super, super excited. But before we get into the run and everything like that, I just wanted to kind of do a couple announcements. AGDQ 2023 is online and will be on January 8th to the 15th. So if you head over to gamesdonequick.com and you want any additional info, you can find it there. The game submissions are closed, but you can tweet at gamesdonequick and let us know what you are hoping to see on the schedule. Just, let us know. Get more involved. And also, Fry Fatales is a one-day event on October 23rd to celebrate spooky season with dark, scary, or horror-themed speedruns from Frame Fatale's community. You could use the command Fright in chat to see the schedule. I might be there, and I might be doing things. So definitely check it out. It's going to be a fun event. I am so looking forward to it. And just one last thing. If you want to follow what GDQ is going up to, use the command links in Twitch chat for all the things of GDQ. Alrighty, so like I said, I'm super, super stoked. I want to say hi and introduce Dangers. Dangers, say hi to everybody.
Hello, how's it going? It's Dangers here. What's up, what's up?
What's up, what's up?
What's up?
Whenever you are ready, just let us know and we will start.
Sure thing. Cutie Roo, thank you for having me on the show. It's always a pleasure. This is Super Mario Odyssey World Peace, and there is plenty of time to explain what that means. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to do a countdown in 3, 2, 1, go. So, yeah, World Peace. I mean, there are many different categories for Super Mario Odyssey, many different ways to beat the game, you could say. World Peace is a category that's kind of like any percent. We're just getting to the credits as fast as possible. But if you've ever watched an any percent speedrun of this game, you could call it the World Chaos category, to be honest, because it just kind of leaves the world in disarray completely. Just utterly destroyed across the board. Mario does absolutely nothing to save the denizens. It's quite tragic. So this category, it seeks to solve that problem. It goes through all of the story elements. It accomplishes all the story tasks that the game sets out in front of you. We're basically not allowed to leave any of the kingdoms until we've brought peace to them. So that's what we're going to be doing today.
For me, whenever I think of world peace, I think about, like the pageants?
Yeah.
And the answer is world peace. I love that. I was watching Miss Congeniality and yeah, I love Sandra Bullock, so I was kind of rewatching Miss Congeniality and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's so good.
That's right. I don't actually know if I've seen it.
Oh, it's a slightly on the older side. I can't remember the year it was released, but definitely recommend. It's a good comedy.
Good comedy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not one for movies. Like people say movies, and I'm like, oh, I mean that sounds fine and good.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out though.
Yeah, so my husband, Trojan dude, is the same. It was more of the TV shows, and I think like Survivor.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I enjoy movies. I enjoy TV, all that jazz. I just I'm not informed on it. I don't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I gotta have someone pull me in, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I mean this is great. Like there's nothing wrong with this at all. It's just I don't think to go because I'm playing video games all the time. I don't got time for movies. You know what I
mean? Agree. What's more important, games or movies? I would pick games.
I'd pick games too. They're interactive movies, right?
Yeah. So. Exactly. I am actually stoked about the news that just came out. I think it was recently.
Which news is that?
The movie. The trailer.
Yes. I think the trailer just dropped yesterday, didn't it?
Yes, I think it was yesterday. I saw a lot on the socials, and I was just like, ooh, interesting. But I waited to how sometimes when something drops and you don't want to get spoiled and you just wait until you do it on your own time. Yep. So I was making sure I was like, no, get away from the socials. And then when I finally watched it, I was like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. It looks pretty good.
Yeah. I find it interesting that it's going to be on the Switch.
Sorry, just focusing.
No worries.
for a second, because this trick is, probably shouldn't have talked in the middle of it, because it's kind of...
Oh, I see why.
Oh, yep. We got to land. Basically, I'm trying to land on like a tiny little polygon on the wall. There it is. Not over yet, though. Got to traverse the rest of the waterfall. There we go. Yeah, so, just a cheeky little trick to get up to the top of the kingdom without having to, like, cross the bridge and check out the Odyssey and have Cappy tell us what the Odyssey's all about. And, you know, just saves a little bit of time. Super fun to pull off, too.
It looks really fun. Because
It is.
I was like, oh, wow. I didn't even know that was even, like, possible in the sense of, like, you could go that high. I knew the cap, but, yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, the reason that works is, like, Mario's jumps wouldn't usually get you that high. But halfway up that wall, like, just at the peak of, like, how high we can jump, basically, is, like, a tiny little ledge that lets us stand on it and then jump again. So it, like, basically resets all of the jumps and the cap throws and stuff that we're able to do. That's what makes that possible. Otherwise, we would still have to roll across the bridge, so... Yeah, you said it was on the Switch? The movie is on the Switch?
Is it?
I
Sorry,
don't know,
my brain. I thought I saw, like, maybe it was just the announcement on the Switch, is what I was wondering.
Maybe. It was like a whole, it was a Nintendo Direct, which
yes,
is
okay,
usually for games, so.
Yeah. Because I was looking at the socials and then I saw everybody talking about it and then I'm like, oh. But what do you think about, like, are you gonna instantly watch it? Like, because I know, like, for me, with Marvel, I instantly watch it, and I instantly watch it, like, 5 times in a row.
Yeah, that's fair. I think for that movie, I definitely will go see it. I don't know about in theaters. Like, theaters are, again, like, kind of a social thing for me. So maybe if someone drags me out to it, but I'll definitely have my eyes on it. I'll definitely be watching it.
Okay. I'm going to be like, guess what, Dangers? Are you ready to go? And I'm going to drag you. I'm going to be like, let's go.
Yeah. I'll fly back down again because I was just there. So
yes.
Just make it my weekend activity.
Yes. Exactly. I'll take you to the beach.
Oh, I can't wait.
We'll go to the movies.
Yes, please. It's starting to get cold here. Usually where I live, like mid-October, late October is like the first snowfall of the year. And then if we're lucky, it'll kind of like fizzle out and then we'll get a real snowfall in November or something like that. But odds are it'll just stay snowing until like April. So it's getting cold here is what I'm trying to say.
How cold is it? Does it like get...
The worst of it is in like January. The worst of it is like January, February. And it'll get to like, well, you know how Celsius and Fahrenheit, little known fact, meet at -40. Like, you know, they're obviously a little bit different, but they meet at -40. And I mostly know that fact because it sometimes gets to -40 here. So when people are like, can you do that in Fahrenheit? I'm like, oh, yeah, that is Fahrenheit, by the way.
Oh, wow. Oh.
So yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Lots of blinkies. Comfy blinkies. Surrounded by comfy blinkies.
Yes.
Like
as many as I can manage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. In
Just
terms
a little bit.
of yeah.
Yeah. That's like the extreme though. That'll be like, you know, we'll have a cold snap in January or February and it'll be like 1 week where it's like that cold and then it kind of, you know, I would say that like -15, -20 Celsius is more normal. I actually don't know what that would be in Fahrenheit though.
Yeah, I see. I'm really bad. I have to admit something.
What's that?
I'm really bad at converting. I don't know why. Like, I could do time, like I could do military time, but I can't do like the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. I get a little confused on that.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, that's kind of the same with me. I just like remember the tens for the most part.
Yes.
And then I'm just like, yeah, it's about that.
Yeah. Another thing too that I'm being spoiled on is Trojan, since he's like the engineer. I'm like, all the numbers, he's so good with numbers. Like, give him an address and he'll remember the numbers. Or you give him a phone number, he'll remember the phone number. But now that I've been relying on him too much on that, I'm getting a little rusty.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been sitting there just being like, okay, no more math questions. I'm going to do it.
That's right. I mean, like, who needs to do math in their brain when they have a calculator? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Trojan's your calculator.
Yep. He's so fast too. He's so good at it. Oh, what is world peace? Any percent? Or not any percent, percent. I said any percent. It's the what is world peace percentage? If you wanted to explain that further, Dangers, for anyone new that's coming in.
Yeah, I'll go again for it. So world peace is like any percent. We're just getting 124 moons is the bare minimum amount of moons to beat the entire game, and we're just getting to the credits. But instead of just rushing to get the fastest moons and getting out of every kingdom, we are taking the pit stop to do the story content along the way. That's why I'm at the top of this pyramid right now, and I'm fighting Harriet to get this multi-moon. In any percent, you would never go here because it's way too slow. But it's relevant for world peace because in order to achieve peace everywhere, this is the story stuff that we got to do. So,
plus it's world peace. Sorry, that's just me. I'm like, I think it's so that's how I'm thinking of it. It's kind of like any percent, but not quite there. Like, that's the best way I think of it.
Yeah. And then the question usually evolves into, like, sometimes I get it in my chat, like, well, what does that entail necessarily? Like, you know, you could do a bunch of good deeds. Does that count? And, like, not really. The game actually has two flags for, like, what makes world peace. The first one, and the most noticeable one, is that when you beat the game, you come in back into all the kingdoms and, like, can do extra stuff later, right? When you beat the credits. If you have achieved peace in a kingdom, then there's a little rock. It's actually not a little rock, it's a big rock that you can, like, ground pound or throw your cap at. And if you've achieved peace, then it'll break and it'll reveal a bunch of new moons. So that's one way to tell if you've achieved peace in a kingdom. And the other one is Toadette has, like, a bunch of arbitrary achievements at the end of the game. It kind of just sits in Princess Peach's castle and vibes all day. And one of her achievements is Achieve World Peace. And once you've done it for all 14 kingdoms, she'll give you a moon for it as well. So a couple different ways to tell. Yeah. And that's where the name comes from, by the way, is the Toadette achievement.
Aww. Okay, that's really cool. I didn't know about that. I did play Super Mario Odyssey when it first came out, but I don't think I got quite that far. I went to Dark Moon. Or is it Dark Side?
There's Dark Side and Darker Side.
Okay, Darker Side. Okay, so I went to Dark Side and Darker Side, but I don't remember. Maybe I didn't. I just didn't remember. But I just remember the harder levels because they were super hard.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm rolling off the stage. Okay, we'll do that again. Just a little detour. RNG manip.
Yeah. We were manipulating the RNG.
That's right.
I was going to say, though, that if Toadette is just sitting there chilling all day, what is she eating?
Oh, that's a great question. You think she got like you think when we're not looking, she just, like, pulls out a bag of chips or something?
Yes! Because, quite honestly, I wouldn't mind joining her.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm happy to give a moon too.
What would the cutie moon be?
Ooh. Okay, so I love the Lumas from Mario Galaxy. I would combine the Luma is, like, little happy, like, sounds, and then the moon would be a moon, and it would make those Luma sounds from Mario Galaxy.
That's amazing.
That would be mine.
I like that. And what would you have to do to collect this moon? Because, you know, all the moons have an objective, right?
Yes.
So what would I have to do to get the cutie
can't steal world
ruin?
peace because that's hers.
Yeah, true.
I'm thinking about it. I would think that I would have bits and pieces of the moon throughout each world, and then they would have to all come together and be combined. But it has to be like in the game from Myst, where you get no clues and no directions, but, like, you'll get, like, riddles or something like that to solve.
Okay, and you collect a shard of a moon, and you bring them all together, and then you get the cutie room moon.
Yes.
I I like that. This game didn't really do anything, like, I guess the Toadette achievements kind of count, but this game didn't really do anything in terms of, like, multi-kingdom accomplishments like that, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I remember, like, I love the fact that there's a ton of moons, and I love the fact that you can, like, find the moons in several different ways and things like that, and I enjoyed that, but I really like the idea of combining the kingdoms, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and some of Toadette's achievements are kind of like that, but not to the extent of, like, we're collecting everything from, or collecting a piece from every kingdom. It's more like the moons have different types. For example, like an 8-bit moon will be a type of moon, and then Toadette will be like, well, get 5 of those, and then I'll give you another one. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool, though, too. I like that.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse. I don't know if you've ever watched like an all moon speedrun of this game. Those exist. They're like 7.5 hours long.
I haven't seen one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's quite the journey. I like all moons because even more so than this category, I think this is a really good showcase type of category because you go out of the way for a lot of stuff that you wouldn't regularly get to see. But all moons is everything. So there are a lot of really slow sub areas that don't make the cut in any other category, but they just still have like cool little quirks because like you can do all sorts of crazy movement stuff in this game, right? So, but yeah, it's like a 7.5 hour long category, and I bet if you ask any all moon speedrunner how they feel about Toadette, they probably would just like groan and then roll their eyes at you because she has 61 achievement moons, 61, and. Okay. You would think that it might be like, you know, convenient if she just like kind of bundled them all together and threw them at you as like a one piece, you know?
Yes.
No, she doesn't do that. You got to get them one by one by one by one by one. So, so you just kind of stand there.
Yeah.
You stand there for like 6.5 minutes or something.
Yeah. Oh. But I honestly, so that's the one thing I like about seeing the Super Mario Odyssey runs. I do like seeing more of the kingdoms.
Yeah.
Like, I do appreciate that because, I don't know, there's just so many good, like, I love the game overall. They had a lot of good concepts. They imported, like, a lot of new ideas. They also kept true to the older games, and I don't know, that's what I love about how each and every single time when they come out with a new Mario game, and it's just so amazing that they come up with like new ideas, but they implement the old ideas, but yet you get to see a lot. And I think that's why I want to see more. I mean, don't get me wrong, like the other speedruns are great and everything like that. They have a lot of great tech, but I'm all about more the merrier.
Yeah, for sure. And this game does a lot. It does a pretty good job of like packing itself full with like all sorts of content. I think one of my favorite things about this game is the sub areas, which are just like, if you're in the main worlds and the main kingdoms or whatever, you're just kind of bouncing around collecting moons or whatever, but then you'll come across like a pipe or a door with a hat on it or something, and then you go through there and you like, you know, like almost like the Super Mario Sunshine secret levels, you know, where they take FLUDD away from you and it's like got the retro music and everything.
Yes.
They're kind of like that, but there's lots more of them, and I love those.
I honestly love hearing that.
Yeah, there's a category extension for this game if you're a big fan of sub areas like I am. There's one that's basically just all of the sub areas, which is an excellent speedrun because it does exactly what the title says. So you go through the entire game exploring every sub area that you can find, and some of them are in Dark Side too, which means you have to go all the way to Dark Side Kingdom, beat the Dark Side, and then also do the sub areas that are in there as well. So. It's quite the journey. It's like 3 hours long or something like that. I think I showcased it on Nukes' show like a couple months back. It was like a No Category Left Behind, I think was the name of the show.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I showcased all sub areas on that show. Yeah, it's a pretty cool category.
I'm looking at speedrun.com right now too.
Yeah, I got Cutie Roo doing some investigation now. Let's go.
Are you? I'm just like curious. That is actually really cool that there is actually a lot of subcategories.
Yeah. There's a lot. Well, I think this is like, aside from Super Mario 64, and maybe you could argue Super Mario World as well, I'd say that like this is the most speedrun Mario game out there. There's been a lot of people that have kind of come through and tried it out, and Of course, when you have that many people playing this game, they're going to, especially if they're just grinding away at the same categories over and over and over again, they're going to find new and creative ways to play the game, right? So then you can kind of create some more categories out of just the boredom of the community, you could say. So,
well, and that's what's really neat too, is that the whole community is on board with it.
yeah, exactly.
Because I love, like, especially like when a game, if it's been like a game that's been out for a while, and you just love the game so much and you just want to get more creative. The only thing that I'm wondering now is, what subcategory would you come up with?
Oh boy. Well, I think it's no secret that I like birds a lot.
I think, okay.
And this game does have, like, I don't know, maybe this is true of all games because birds are kind of just creatures that exist everywhere all the time. But this game does have like a focus on birds, it almost feels like. Every kingdom has its own bird that just kind of like flies around all the time. Like in this kingdom, it's blue jays. In the Snow Kingdom, there's penguins, like, you know, themed birds. And there's also moons associated with like catching birds and sneaking up on birds and finding birds and stuff like that. So you just make a category where you have to get all the bird-related moons.
Okay. I would love that. I would honestly love that.
Now, you have to be kind of careful because I think, like, if you the problem that I've run into trying to make categories for this game in the past is that, like, if you start it from a fresh file, it ends up being, the accomplished goal that you're trying to set out to do, but mostly just any percent until you get to the moons that have that thing in common. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So sometimes when you make a category like that, it's better to, like, beat the game completely without touching any of those moons, and then starting from like almost like a new game plus file. You know what I mean? So that you don't have to do all the fluff first.
Yeah.
But again, you can play the game however you like. There's a category called Koopa Freerunning Time Attack on the category extension leaderboards. And Koopa Freerunning is that little mini game that unlocks when you beat the game, where you like race the Koopas through the kingdoms. Do you know what I'm talking about?
My brain's remembering 64, and I don't know why.
It's because Koopa the Quick is in that game. It's kind of the same thing, just Odyssey version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't it like, if I recall correctly, you have like several of them, and there's like a yellow one?
Yeah, you do have to race it twice for 2 different moons, and the second time you do it, there's a golden Koopa. Yeah. Okay. So you got it. It's in your brain there. But that mini game exists in like every single kingdom, and you just like, you talk to the Koopa that's just vibing in the kingdom and set up the race, and then you just, have a foot race with everybody. So there's a category that is basically just like do every single one of those, and then you call it a day.
Okay, that's actually... So here's my thing about the Koopa races. I'm not the biggest fan.
Oh. Slander. Okay.
Yeah, the Koopa's like, if I recall correctly, so Dark Side was really cool, but Koopa races were like, I have to do this again.
Oh yeah.
I was okay with the first time, but I think it was the second time. But honestly, some of the Koopa races, if I'm remembering them correctly, they actually do get really creative. Like, you're sitting there and you're like, you think that you know the route, and all of a sudden they do like a side, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they'll just be like, nope, just kidding. And then you're like, wait, what? And then that's how you lose.
Exactly. It almost like teaches you how to play a little bit. In fact, when I played this game casually the first time, like, I'm a speedrunner now, so I know all the tech and all the tricks and how to move around and stuff. But when I beat this game casually the first time, I didn't bother to check the action guide where it like teaches you all the movements that you have, right? I didn't bother to check because I'm like, I know how to play Mario games. I've been playing Mario games since I was like 2 years old. I've got this. But, my hubris led me to not ever learning that you could roll in the game, and it led me to not ever knowing that you could bounce on your cap. So I did the entire first playthrough of this game without doing either of those things, and the last moons that I had on my giant list of moons to collect were the Koopa Freerunning ones, and the Golden Koopa taught me how to cap bounce, like straight up, because he did it. He just kind of like floated over a gap, and I was like, wait, how did you do that? What? This is like some secret tech. They're cheating in the game? And it wasn't until I watched that happen that I was like, oh, you can do that. That's a thing. Okay.
I think I did the same thing. Because I never, and this is for most video games, just because, I don't know, I think I'm like, oh, hey, I've been doing this for so long, I know what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So I will always skip tutorials, although skipping tutorials in RPGs is not good, but I still do it.
Yep.
And it takes so long. But anyways, but I did probably do it on this one because I just remember sitting there being like, excuse me? Because I remember in 64 that it was like, oh, okay, got this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, I did the same thing for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
The more I think about it.
The ones that the Golden Koopa cheats on in particular are the Wooded Kingdom one and the Lost Kingdom one. And both for that reason. Both for that reason. It's just like, if you didn't know about cat bouncing, they kind of break that out on you and you have to learn or else you'll lose. So.
I'm trying to remember. Okay. It's been so long since I played this. I need to replay this. Okay,
It's
so
such
I
a
have a
good game.
backlog of video games that will go on my backlog. I actually did, so when the they had like I think the anniversary for Super Mario Galaxy, I replayed it because it was like available until like March or something like that at the time.
Yeah.
And I replayed it and I was like, oh, this was so good. And I definitely like do enjoy Mario games. My first one actually is Super Mario Brothers 3. So me and Mario are like, I don't know, I can't let Mario go.
Mario and I are thick as thieves.
Yes.
If Mario ever creates new content, I'm his number one homie and I will support it always. It's just, I can't help myself. I've been like I said, I've been playing Mario games since I was like a toddler. Like before I even have memories, concrete memories of the world itself. I've been playing Mario games. So that's probably why I speedrun them today. Because like I always thought that Mario was like the perfect speedrunning game, and I'm sure that there could be arguments made for other kinds of games, but it's the kind of game that like once you play it once through, you can play it a second time and it's kind of got that charm still, but like you know the answers to all the puzzles, you know where everything's hidden, so it kind of like loses its luster the second time or the third time through because it's a single player adventure, right? But and it's not an RPG, so you can't play it like in a different way, you know what I mean? But speedrunning is kind of like the bread and butter to like providing longevity to a Mario game, because like you can kind of try and get good at it, which is not something that the game ever really tells you to do, but you can, and then it provides that replay value for you, and it like you can appreciate the game forever that way. So that's why I speedrun Mario games.
Yeah, well, and to be completely honest with you, like to me, the Mario speedruns show off some really cool tech. Yeah. So like I'm always entertained by them.
That's right.
And the tech is just so like, and it doesn't matter if I've seen the speedrun, I don't know, 5 times. I am so impressed by the tech that it always entertains me.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I started speedrunning with Super Mario World.
Oh, wow.
So and it was a long time ago, but like, yeah, I had that exact same feeling that it was really cool that you could do some of the stuff that they were doing. I'm like, what? You broke the game? How did you do that? Like, how is that possible? But also at the same time, like, I also kind of felt like Nintendo, you know how like in this game, sometimes you can make a big jump and Cap, you'll be like, wow, good work. Like, they almost kind of know that you're capable of doing some stuff if you have like a good grasp of the controls. I feel like Nintendo's always been like that with Mario games. And when I speedran Super Mario World, I felt that especially, because it's like, they put this block right here and you can keep your P-speed through a level that you otherwise wouldn't. Like, that almost seems too perfect, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's another thing I love about Mario games, is that like you can use your environment in such good ways.
So for me with 64, I remember like the wall jumping, but not the wall jumping like the, you know, back and forth. I'm talking about like you have to do the 1, 2, 3 and then you get the extra height on the wall, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
And I don't know what it is. It's so satisfying completing that. And I think it's in this game too, if I recall. Or maybe it's Galaxy that I'm thinking about. But I just know for me, like the jumping and how Mario jumps too, for some reason, it's always so good and it just feels so fluid, I guess is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's hard to find a platformer that does that kind of has the same fluidity, the same like charm.
Yep.
That being said, though, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, if you haven't played that one, did a solid job of it as well, I would say.
Yes. Yeah. I have something to admit.
Yes.
I was when the game first came out, I remember Mr. Shasta, and I was looking at the Twitter, and I kept on seeing the leaderboards, you know what I mean? And everybody was like getting world records and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, Dangerous is doing it too? And I was like, oh, let's go. And then so I kept on watching. Yeah, I kept on watching. I was watching. That sounds weird, but I was just like, this is so good.
Kiru's always watching.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
That sounds creepy. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm a streamer. If you're not watching, then that's kind of my whole job.
Well, it was just so good to just see the improvement. Like, I like the friendly competition. I like it when, you know, you're having so much fun and you're like, okay, this is going to get me there. Yes. And then you're like, yes. And then you're like, oh my gosh. And then you're able to pull it off. It's just such a rewarding feeling. Yes.
And Kirby and the Forgotten Land was like the first game that I got to be a part of, like, I don't know, like every time a game comes out, especially like a mainline Mario title or something like that, you know, like a Discord opens up and there are people like discussing the game and like trying to figure out all the little secrets and figure out what the routing should be and like all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole phenomenon in the speedrunning community, right?
Yeah.
And with Kirby and the Forgotten Land, it was the first time that I actually got to be a part of it, like right from day one. And it was like such a fun experience because, yeah, like you call it competition, but it, like the funny thing about it is that it really couldn't be further from the truth. Like everybody who is engaging in it, like, yeah, it's kind of cool to see who executes it the best. But the Discord conversation is just like everybody is like super jacked to find all the discoveries and like everybody's collaborating together and everybody's like just kind of geeking out about how cool it is to be able to do certain things in the game. Like, I don't know if I'll ever forget the moment that we found the hammer space jump in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which was like that really crazy jump that you could do with the hammer and just like gain massive amounts of height, like just from nowhere. Like, I remember it being discovered at like, it was like midnight my time, but it resulted in me like staying up an extra like 3 or 4 hours trying to figure it out, use it in all the places that we could. It's just like I don't know, it's just like a community bonding moment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sad I missed out on that for Odyssey, to be honest, but I was a little bit late to the party. But hey, it's fine. We ended up learning up everything anyway. Different kind of experience, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is like I agree with you 100% where when it's all community based and community involvement, like it's an experience that you'll never forget too.
Yeah.
I think like so I felt like that was Sheepo. When Sheepo first came out,
can you run by me like what Sheepo is?
Oh, Sheepo's like this it's a little indie game. It's literally it's basically made by Kyle Johnson. Very sweet developer, and it's like it's a Metroidvania cozy. It's basically a sheep that's saving the planet with different animals, but none of the animals have any arms, including the main character. Oh,
okay. So what is your main form of movement and like accomplishing things then, if not arms?
Yeah, you're basically running around, and so Half Coordinated actually got involved with the beginning of when the game was first released, and it was really cool because Half Coordinated found half hops, and half hops is what got the game to like be less than 5 minutes now.
Oh man!
Because of that.
There you go.
But it's so cool because like you have other people get involved, and then you see like the progression, and you're just like, oh, that is so cool. And then, like, I don't know, it's just always special when there's, like, a first release of a game and the community gets involved and you're just like, oh my goodness, this is just such a moment that you'll never forget. But it feels like that with just any video game or any new release game.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, but even if you do show up late to the party, I think you bring all the fun. So I think I think it's cool that you're able to, like, be versatile and try the other categories too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, when I started speedrunning this game, I was about 6 months late, but, you know, I feel like if you're a speedrunner and you, like, really take it seriously, there's only so many ways to keep it fresh, and different categories is a great way to do that. So, like, advice to anybody who's a speedrunner out there that feels kind of burnt out on their game, try a different category, because like, oh, I wasn't actually supposed to get bench friends. That's okay. We'll skip it. We'll skip a win somewhere. I just wanted to talk to Ben Fringe because he looked kind of lonely.
Yeah. Be like, give you some love. Hello.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's always so much, like, that's what I do when I want to do something. I start learning a new speedrun. So I'll just learn a new game. And I'll be like, this game looks cool. This is what I want to try. Yes. And sometimes I don't know why I speedrun that one. Like I did Cuphead. I played it casually, got upset a lot, and then I decided to speedrun it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I love to be upset so much, I guess. I don't know. It was such a weird... But I think the reason why I got into the speedrunning for it because of just, like, the glitch itself. But it's fascinating to see what, like, the amount of damage does to the bosses. And then you see how the bosses, like, freak out. I think that's the reason why it was so much fun. But, like, there's some games that I've always wanted to learn how to speedrun, too. Like, Kirby and Forgotten Lands was one of them. There's, like, a lot of... Kingdom Hearts Randomizers is another one. But, yeah, I definitely... For some reason, like, the indie games hit home with me, but at the same time, like, I appreciate other speedruns, and it's nice, like, when you have, like, oh, hey, I want to try something new, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
Or to go.
Exactly. And in the case of Mario games, like, you're set for life. Like, not only do you have the categories, but you also, like, Mario games are pretty similar across the board. So you can just kind of try a different Mario game if you're feeling up to it too. Like, when I started speedrunning Super Mario World back in the day, it kind of like got me interested in speedrunning some of the other 2D Mario games. But at the time, Mario, where did you just go? What was that?
Mario's like, hello, bye-bye.
See you later.
See ya.
But like, when I was doing Super Mario World, I was like, 3D Mario seem like really hard. Like, I don't know if I would ever speedrun those games. Like, they don't seem as precise. They don't seem quite the same. But then I started speedrunning Odyssey and my mind completely flipped. I'm like, oh, it would probably be really fun to do 64. Like, you know, it just kind of opens your mind to trying other games that are similar and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I do have an interesting question. So Super Mario World is more 2D and Super Mario Odyssey is more 3D. How was the transition for you?
Oh boy. It was a weird one. I think I was doing Super Mario World for a while and then kind of life got in the way. You know, I found a career to start working on and stuff like that. That career didn't, spoiler alert, that career didn't really go anywhere. Now I'm streaming, but you know, life gets in the way sometimes. So I had like a pretty prominent break between when I was doing 2D and then transitioning over to 3D. So maybe that helped the transition a little bit, but there is definitely a difference. Because like with 2D, and there's just like a flat plane, right? So if the goal is to just kind of hold right and run, except maybe you jump sometimes, there's like a perfect way to do every level. You know what I mean? Whereas in a 3D space, the objective still might be run in a straight line and jump sometimes, but it's very easy to kind of get put off track for that reason, right? So like a 3D run, you have less, or you have more variance, which means that you'll never be perfect. And I think that that's kind of a blessing, because then you don't judge yourself as harshly for the mistakes that you make, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice for that.
Yeah, because... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I love this part of the run. Somebody in chat is asking how to do the sewer clip, because I just kind of glossed over that. But this has mostly just been really cozy. We've not really been explaining the speedrun, and that's totally fine. But that sewer clip is probably one of the hardest tricks in the game, and I totally just nailed it second try while I was chatting, which is very impressive.
Let's go.
Basically, that's what's called a roll cancel clip. And if I had to explain it, like, the game gets a little bit confused with Mario's position when you do roll cancels. Roll cancels are something that the game didn't like ever really intend for you to do, but we can do them with like certain inputs. It's a bit hard to explain on like a very surface level. But we do those roll cancels like right next to a wall. And I think what happens is like on one frame, you are on like the back part of a hill on one side of the wall. And then by doing the roll cancel, the next frame, your position gets so warped that you just kind of pop out on the other side. And so that's what I was doing with that pipe there. Is like the pipe was the hill that went into the wall, and I was just trying to roll cancel with good timing to get through the wall. And it doesn't usually go that fast, I'll tell you that.
I mean, I thank you for explaining that, because to me, I was like, oh, that looks right.
Yeah.
that looks natural.
There are a lot of really interesting ways to get out of bounds in this game, I will say.
Ooh, okay, now I gotta know them all.
Oh boy. So at the beginning of the game, and we're actually going to see it again in Snow Kingdom here too, and we did it in Wooded, but you can use the moons, the power moons themselves, to get through walls. If they're close enough to a wall or a ceiling or something like that, if you backflip and cap throw, it makes Mario's position go like all haywire. So if you do that with good timing, you can like basically just phase through a wall if a moon is close enough to it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm going to try and do it here again in Snow Kingdom. I'll point it out right before it happens. And then there's also what's called corner clips. And corner clips, if you've ever accidentally gone out of bounds in Odyssey, which is rare, but it's possible, is probably because of a corner clip. And basically, like, anytime you see, like, two walls meeting or, like, a ceiling and a wall in this game, they forgot to fill in the cracks. So if you approach them at, like, just the right angle, you can sometimes just, like, slip right through. And if you have a good setup, you can sometimes do that on purpose. So that we've actually done one of those already as well in Sand Kingdom. That was how I skipped to the top of the pyramid, was by doing a corner clip into the side of the pyramid. So yeah, there's a handful of cheeky ways to get out of bounds, and those are the most common, but there are some other like really niche ones. Okay, the moon clip that I was talking about, we're gonna try another one right here. Let's see if I can get it.
Okay.
Okay, this looks good. Nice. Okay, great.
What? Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
That one in particular is awesome because, like, if you do remember playing this game casually, the way that you're supposed to get down here is to like go down each of the 4 hallways and collect the little story moon that's on the pedestal in all of them, and then it opens up a barrier one at a time every time you do that. We don't got time for that. We just got to clip out of bounds and I think I can go right to where we're going next. So
that is so good. Oh, that was beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah, thank you. Pretty stoked to get that one on the GDQ stage as well. So I'm glad we got that.
Got that. I may or may not will remember this forever.
Okay, good. Excellent. Also, this is a requirement for World Peace in Snow Kingdom, which is just delightful. This little race that you have to do. Usually in my chat when we do this, we'll like put guesses in the chat to see how fast I can do it. People in GDQ are welcome to do that too. If there is a correct guess and somebody notices it, I'll gift a sub to the GDQ channel. So, it's got to be to the 100th of a second though. Good guesses are between 50 and 54 seconds.
Okay. I'm not gonna do it. I want to see chat. Let's go. Oh, nice. I see some good numbers in there.
Okay, good.
I see 50.85, 50.69, 50.13, 50.78, 51.21, and 51.73. And more to come.
More to come, that's right.
More. Yeah.
I'm kind of messing up the last lap, so you might want to add like a second to your guesses. It's not too late.
We'll stick with the 51.69.
Oh, it almost was too.
Oh! That was so
51.87.
Oh, nice. I love all the guesses.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers.
16. Yeah, that is a lot of numbers.
Hopefully somebody's paying attention. See if there was a 51.87 in there. I'll know if you cheated.
I cheated.
You pre-watched. How could you?
How could I? Whoops.
All right.
There we go. I was going to say was, okay, so wait. So that's a few out of bounds. I need to know more out of bounds.
Oh boy. What else is there? There's a couple that you won't see done in this category. There's actually 2 in Seaside that like every other category uses except for this one.
Okay.
The reason that we don't do it in this one is because like there's a lot of story moons in Seaside, but there is a lot of like Seaside is just weird. Underwater physics are weird. There's like one way where you can like use a fish to like push against the invisible wall that like surrounds the water part of the kingdom, to the point where you just kind of slip by it and out of bounds. That's called the fish clip. There's a lot of videos out there on that. If you anybody in the audience is curious.
Interesting. Okay.
There's also one where you can like use the back of a chest, like when a chest opens, it flips open, right? You can use the back of the chest to like push you out of bounds in Seaside as well.
Okay.
There's all sorts of crazy ways to get out of bounds.
I don't know. So I always like watching the out of bounds just because I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm usually the type of speedrunner that doesn't do the out of bounds. Like when I did Ori and the Blind Forest, I did the no out of bounds category. And it's really cool to see other people do it though, because when I was trying to learn speedrunning with Supersonic, we've done like Mega Man 2 it was, and we did the all bosses, and then I was fine with all bosses, that was fine. But when you get to Wally's World and you start doing the zips, I was like, oh, okay, well,
wait,
those are... Yeah.
Yeah, Mega Man is fascinating to me. I don't know if I could... Like, I can barely make it through the Mega Man game as it is, especially the earlier ones. So when you introduce speedrunning, it's like, oh my goodness.
Exactly. I remember playing Mega Man, the first one, and I was sitting there going, I die a lot. I just, I walked, died. Walked, died. I was like, oh, okay, this is going really well.
And they make it look so easy.
Exactly. I'm just like, oh. Yeah, Mega Man speedruns are different. Like, I feel like each speedruns are different, and they're different for many good reasons, and I love them for those reasons.
Exactly, yeah. Super fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh, to answer the question, why is this show called Legally Cute? Is it about the game, the runner, the commentator? Legally Cute is just showcasing all the cute and cozy speedruns, and we just sit here and vibe and chill, and we just get to talk, and you know, anything that's adorable and cute gets showcased. Like Super Mario Odyssey is cute. We just had a Klonoa earlier. I love video games that are cute. Plus, I like cute things. I kind of have a problem. Like, if you come to my house, you see how much cute stuff I have.
I mean, it's in your name, so...
Yeah, exactly. So, definitely agree. So, yes, so basically, it is a hotfix show that's on every other Friday, and it starts at 10 o'clock EST.
There you go.
Such a company time. Yes.
A question.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know the answer because I've seen a GDQ hotfix show once or twice, but I'm going to ask it just for the sake of visibility. Does the GDQ hotfix show get posted anywhere else after it's done? Like, do I have to catch it live and I'm out of luck if I don't catch it, or is it posted somewhere else?
Ooh, great question. And to answer that, we do have a few things. Once we are done with the show, we do have a YouTube channel. And on that YouTube channel, you can be sure to like press the like button, and you could do the subscribe, and you could do all that fun stuff. Definitely check out the YouTube channel, because all the shows, the hotfix shows for every single one, no matter which one you want to watch, just be like Legally Cute GDQ, and you'll see all the episodes, and it's a beautiful playlist. And if you missed an episode, you can always watch it there. Also, we do have highlights, and definitely check out the highlights, and you can do command highlights. It's super, super cool. You see all the funny, cool clip moments, like earlier when I was saying I will remember this forever. It's because I highlighted it. so definitely check out the YouTube channel.
There you
and
go.
if you ever wanted to be involved, you can always go to the website. If there's a game you want to showcase, you could always go and fill out the Google form on the website and just choose which show you're interested in, or you could just put for any show, and we'll be happy to have you on.
That sounds awesome. I actually didn't know that there was an application form. You had reached out to me about this, so I was like, heck yeah, I'd love to be a part of it, but I didn't know there was an application form. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So asking the question that I knew the answer to resulted in me learning something I didn't know, which is great. We love when that happens.
Yeah. Well, and plus, sorry, but I really wanted you on. You're cool.
Right back at you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on.
I was gonna. Oh, go
Speaking
ahead.
of cute things, how do you feel about Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third defendable Blaine?
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you need me to repeat the name?
Yes.
How do you feel about Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third defendable Blaine? This guy right here, the Octo Boy. Yeah, that's his name.
I think he's cute.
I'm glad you think so. I think his name is cute too.
Do not ask me to repeat that 5 times, please. Just don't. I'm not going to be able to do it.
I honestly don't blame you. It's kind of a mouthful of a name.
It is. that broke me. Oh, that was so good.
The best part is, like, I don't know if I could make up a name as glorious as that if I tried. And you're welcome to search it up if you want. But yeah, his name is Brigadier Mollusk Lancer, the third defendable Blaine. Which always makes me wonder, like, who is, I guess, King Mollusk Lancer the second?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't even think about that.
Brigadier Mollusk Lancer the second, King of Bablaine, and his successor, I suppose, as well. We'll never know.
Can I get renamed to this name that I shall not repeat?
Cutie Roo Mollusk Lancer the third offendable Blaine.
I think you need to be the successor. It needs to be Dangerous.
Yeah. Okay. I will be the fourth Esquire.
Oh no! Oh man! Oh, and there it is. I see in chat it is typed out and it's beautiful, and that is. I would not even know how to spell it, but now I do.
Right? It's quite the name. Very prestigious title. One can only dream to hold such a glorious title, you know?
Yes. Exactly.
Now, Cutie Roo, what is your favorite kingdom?
Oh, probably the hardest one.
The hardest
side.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. That's a good choice. See, most
there's
people
go
leave
ahead.
those ones out. Most people don't think about those ones when they think of like their favorite kingdom. So that's like a really unique answer.
Yeah. So I have a weird thing where if something's really hard, I like it more. That sounds weird. Okay, let me rephrase. When something is like challenging,
There we go. I think that's better wording. Yeah, phrasing.
Yeah. When it's more challenging, it becomes like kind of in the memory bank. Well, I'll never forget that moment because the moment that you achieve it and you accomplish it, that's the feeling. And I'm just like, okay, that's why it's my favorite.
I agree. Yeah. And honestly, I think that's why Mega Man is so satisfying of a game to beat. And like older games have that appeal too. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit crazy. There are definitely difficult modern games out there. But like older games, they kind of leave you out to dry. Like you kind of have to figure it out on your own. You know what I mean? So that makes the challenge more, more satisfying when you finally get over it.
Yeah, because I think so. When I started gaming at the age of 3, I remember. So I didn't get to have an SNES growing up. I had a Sega Genesis, and so for me, like I would go to the neighbor's house to play on the SNES, and that's how I started playing Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And so I remember that game so much because A, it's cute, but B, it was just so frustrating to do anything. And so the moment that I was able to get anywhere, I was just like, yay! But the speedrun itself is actually interesting. I like doing the glitch manip. It's actually really cool that the way that they do that, they use Phoebe to do it. But it's just really cool that, like, I don't know, it's just the harder games. I'm trying to remember like the hardest game in my life that I would say that I had felt the most rewarding at. It's when I was younger, like Super Mario World, when I accomplished like the tubular and like those groovy stages. If I recall correctly, you go through like the stars, use the blue Yoshi, keep flying.
Those levels don't mess around.
No, they don't. And then the moment you lose it, you're like, what? But like even like the older games like Ninja Gaiden or Contra, I remember playing. Is it maybe Super C or Contra 3 or like I remember? So I played a ton of video games. I love Metal Slug. I love like I just there's a lot of games where it's like you would go to the Boys and Girls Club and they had like an arcade, and then you had the X-Men arcade on there, or you had the Simpsons or Metal Slug, and Metal Slug was so frustrating because I died all the time. And so I think because it was so challenging, it made me drive and be motivated to complete the game. And so growing up, I got that, you know, satisfaction of like, oh my gosh, this is so good that I accomplished it. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah. And like, that's what I appreciated with Super Mario Galaxy 2. Galaxy, the first one, was really amazing in itself, but Galaxy 2 was harder. And I appreciated that.
I agree. Yeah, I also kind of commend Mario for kind of, you know, like, I just kind of said that, like, it's a detriment to a game to have all the puzzles figured out and everything like that, but Mario games are just so charming that even when you, like, revisit them, if it's been a really long time and you're playing through it again, it still kind of manages to keep that charm anyway.
Yes. Yeah, it really transcends over time.
Yeah, and that's why I love Galaxy. I actually just played through Mario World and Mario Galaxy, like, basically to their completion recently, like within the last week or so. And yeah, the charm of the games just never really seems to get old, which is awesome.
Yeah. So my one thing with Super Mario, like, so I played Super Mario 3, then I did Super Mario Brothers, but do you remember the Super Mario and like, there was a one where it's like Super Mario and then Luigi, and then you're like, oh, it's like, maybe that's Donkey Kong. But long story short,
Mario Bros. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Bros.
For the arcade.
Yes. I remember playing that and being so frustrated, but it was so much fun. And then the ice physics on that, oh, it was horrendous.
The music is like a dead giveaway. I love that.
Yes. The other game that I actually really enjoyed, and I don't know if you would consider it a Mario game, but it's kind of Mario game-ish, is Wrecking Crew.
Oh, yeah.
I actually want to learn the speedrun for that.
That's a classic, too.
Yes, I love that one. Let me see what else. So I'm going in my memory bank here. But yeah, so I like to be versatile and I like to play mini games. And so, but because I didn't get the SNES, I didn't get to play all those games until I was like a teenager. And so like Yoshi's Story and all that, like I got later in life. So, but there was still plenty of hard games like on Sega Genesis. I remember, I think it was like Beast. It was a weird game where you turned into a beast and then there was like some floaty orb thing. And then when you turned to a beast, you were pretty cool. Oh, and it was a side scroller. It was such a horrible game, but it was great. Yep. Really weird game. But yeah, so anywho, what was actually I have a question for you.
Sure.
What is your favorite childhood Mario game?
Oh, Mario World. Yeah.
Mario World? Easy?
Yep, easy peasy. That's the game that like I just have full-blown memories of. It was like Super Nintendo was my first console when I was a kid. It's the game that like I've got memories of like sitting in my mom's basement like when I was a little kid and just like playing through Vanilla Dome, you know what I mean? Like yeah. Mario World has definitely left its mark on me.
I would have to say Super Mario World is one of my favorite, like, I actually wanted to learn the 96 exit route, I think is what it is.
Yeah, that's everything. That's everything.
Yeah. I know there's 11, but I was like, nah, I want the whole thing.
That's right. Yeah. And it's funny that you say that. Like, 11 used to be the quote-unquote any percent category for a while until they discovered that you could arbitrary code execution and stuff like that to get to the end of the game before doing anything at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's news for me. That's really cool.
The world record for, like, getting to the credits of Super Mario World is, like, 30 seconds or something.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. Speedrun. Hold on.
Yeah. It's called Zero Exit.
Zero Exit?
Yep. And that's the thing. But, like, 11 Exit was any percent before that was discovered. And, like, I when I found speedrunning, it was in like 2008. It was ages ago. And there was no like communities, there was no GDQ, there was no like anything to really kind of tie speedrunning as a concept together back then. I feel like I just kind of discovered it on my own. Like I don't mean to sound like a hipster, but like I've been speedrunning since before it was cool, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that it was just from like the natural instinct, kind of like what I said. Like Mario games get their replay value from creating challenges outside of it, right? And I was like, oh well, I mean, Mario World is my favorite game, and I just beat it again as like a 14-year-old kid. What can I do now? Like I noticed that like if you take this path, you get to the end of the game pretty fast. And so I did, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, I wonder how fast, though. So then you break out the timer, and you time it, and you're like, oh, that's how fast. That's pretty cool. I bet I could do it faster, though. You know what I mean? Like, it was a very natural process that I found on my own.
Aww. See, I love hearing that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, speedrunning has been a pretty big part of, like, my enjoyment of video games for a very long time.
Aww. Oh, that melts my heart. Oh, that's so cute. I
mean, it is legally cute, so.
Yeah, that is definitely legally cute. Oh, that is so cute. By the way, to confirm, yeah, 0 exit. 41 seconds, I think?
Yeah, there you go.
Question marks? Okay, now I have to watch it. Just, like, even the video itself could be, like, a clip on Twitter.
This is the perfect time to watch it, by the way, if you wanted, because this fight is like basically an auto-scroller. I just have to pull some swords out of the dragon's head. So, I mean, go for it while we're just sitting here.
Watch the speedrun while we're speedrunning.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, so the one thing I actually I did try to learn and then I stopped, I think, was the Super Mario World randomizer.
Oh.
The randomizer, because I was really interested in it, but then I think I was like, okay, I need to speed run the actual game and then I'll go to the randomizer.
Yeah.
Because normally, like, I could play the game casually and then do the randomizer, but this one in particular, I really felt like you need to speed run it.
I think that's probably a good call, or at least have like a really solid foundational knowledge of like what's in the game. I actually didn't know Mario World had a randomizer. That's news to me.
Yes, I tried it. Where was it? I just remember you can randomize the levels. You can randomize the enemies, like everything. I think.
Oh wow.
Skybills will know? Question mark? I think so. Hold on. Let me find it. No,
cool.
because I thought it was so cool. Oh, it was Oth. I remember getting it from Oth. That's what it was. Okay. I'll find it for you and then I'll give it to you.
Excellent.
But yeah, it was just so cool because like you got to like everything was randomized and it was just so weird and I was like sitting there going, I think I need a tech because I kept on dying a lot. So I was just like, okay, I think I need to know something like when it comes to the speedrunning side of things. Because the casual game, I got it down. Just get a blue Yoshi, and then you get a turtle, and then you fly forever. You're fine.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or cape, if you're good with the cape.
Oh, yeah, cape. Oh, cape is so good.
I love the cape in that game. It's so much fun.
So good. It is so good. I didn't realize, though, as a kid that, like, you know, the world, like the Star World? I didn't realize that until later in life. And then once you beat it, spoilers, I mean, I don't know, this is maybe up to debate, but like the whole world changes and I'm like, no, there's Mario heads everywhere and it's autumn kind of question marks.
Yeah, that's right. All the Koopas like get masks instead.
Yep. I was like, oh, okay. I liked it. It was just a surprise, but I was just like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. But I actually love the tubular and the groovy, and I forgot all the names for all the stages where they're just like all these surfer things.
Yeah,
and I was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like words that meant cool in the 90s.
Yep. Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Yeah, I love that too.
Okay, so for Super Mario Odyssey, when you played it casually, how did you feel about it, like your first playthrough?
Oh, I thought it was great. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit biased because I would probably say that about every single Mario title. When I play it through, I'm just like, oh, this is like really charming. like super happy that I did it. Can't wait for the next one kind of thing. But I was impressed by like how much there was to do. I think the only real grievance I had is that like I didn't have enough coins to buy all the stuff in the shops. When I was done everything, like the very last thing that I had to do to kind of like 100% my profile was to grind coins, which maybe is not the most exciting experience. But aside from that, like I thought it was just a charming game inside and out.
Yeah. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I was just so impressed with the moon locations.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that, okay, well, there's the obvious ones, right? But then there's like all the little hidden ones, but the hidden ones were super hidden, in my opinion.
Yeah. And there are some cheap ones that are just kind of like, especially when you break the moon rocks later on, that are just like sitting there. But, there's 880 of them. So like you win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah.
But the sub areas will always be my favorite, like providing kind of an extra challenge outside of the kingdom itself, tied around a theme usually. One that comes to mind a lot is the one, it's called Bullet Bill Breakdown, the one where like the stage is made of like those breakable blocks and there's bullet bill launchers all over the sides.
Okay.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Yep.
It actually got like a reboot in Darkside as well, where like you don't get to have Cappy when you go in.
Yep. Yeah. You're just sitting there and you're jumping. You actually have to jump. Yeah. Like you have to like not rely on Cappy, and you're like, oh wait, I've been relying on Cappy this whole time. Why?
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
You have to lead.
Although
the big bullet bills to like break the secret exits and stuff.
Yeah. What did I do there? I'm trying to remember. Cause I'm just gonna replay it, okay? That's all we're gonna do.
That's a good idea.
Then my memory's like fresh.
All right. We're actually relatively close to the end of the game.
Ooh.
There's only this kingdom and Moon Kingdom left, so.
Oh, wow. That was fast. You're fast.
It's like a speedrunner or something. Who would have thought?
Oh, it's been such a joy, honestly. It's just so cool to see this. Like, in my opinion, like, so that's the thing. I haven't had a Mario game yet, and so I was like, Mario, please give me a Mario game. Yes, I want a Mario game. And I definitely think Mario's cute. I mean, come on, look at Mario. Yeah,
just like very curvy shapes.
Yeah.
Very small little guy, just jumping around, doing his thing. How can you? What's not to love?
Exactly. And plus, Cappy's kind of cool. Like, I actually like Cappy, and I like when I don't know. I like that Cappy has like a whole personality and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I was going to
not just. Oh,
go ahead. Yeah, this is not just a hat, and you don't just bounce on it.
That's right.
It looks like you're doing some pretty hard stuff.
Yeah, I kind of messed that up a little bit, bonked my head, had to redo, but we're okay.
Oh, okay.
now we're a bird, so everything's well.
Bird. Is this would this be part of the category for sure? 100%.
Actually, you probably should. Like any sub areas or any moons that are required, like the bird is required. That's probably a good idea. Got to throw those in the category for sure.
Yeah, I want to call the category dangers.
Yeah.
And this is in the rules. Like, this is, you have to do this in order to be qualified to be on the leaderboard.
That's right. All the bird-related activities.
Yes, exactly. I definitely am looking forward to like the next Mario game. I'm just kind of curious what they will do though. Like, my brain just continuously thinks about, this is really good. How are you gonna make it, like, how are you gonna do the next one?
Right?
So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If you were, do you have any ideas of what they would try to do to make it more different for the next one?
Oh, that's a tough call. I feel like the easy answer is just make Super Mario Odyssey 2 so that the mechanics are the same, kind of like they did with Galaxy, where like you don't have to change a whole lot, you just have to make new levels. But Nintendo's very elusive, and I think if we were to get an Odyssey 2, we would probably already have it by now. So what do
Yeah.
you do? Well, like, what more do you do? Like, maybe the next one is like one of the Mario games where they don't give Mario a companion or a tool to use, but instead there's something special about the world itself. Like when you think about the progression of 3D Mario games, you've got Super Mario 64, which is just the baseline, and then they gave him a partner with Flood in Super Mario Sunshine, and then Mario was back to being alone again, but this time like the planets had gravity and you could like do crazy stuff with the gravity. And then they gave him a companion again. So maybe something about the environment will be the main focus of whatever happens in the new Mario game.
So, Mario RPG, but not the RPG from any SNES. Like, hold on, that was a bad idea. Oh, MMO. There you go. Super MMO. Just have online players go in there and do raids.
Oh my goodness.
Just imagine.
I can like my brain can't even fathom an idea like that. What would even happen?
I'm just thinking it would be the ultimate boss on there. Because, I mean, Bowser becomes your friend at some point. So, I mean, Bowser can't be the ultimate boss all the time.
That's true. I mean, he plays sports with everybody, so.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. That was a horrible idea. No MMO for
I mean, now I want to see it. Now it has to happen.
Well, plus we can play together.
Exactly.
That would be so cool. Oh, in the MMO, please no jump ropes. Just saying. Please no jump. Please Nintendo, no jump ropes in the no.
I guess that answers the question. Which was your least favorite moon?
Oh, the jump rope.
Yeah, I think the volleyball was a little bit worse in my opinion, but yep.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so I'm kind of half and half on that. I feel like the problem with my jump rope is that eventually I couldn't stick with it. I think like, oh yeah, jump, and then it got harder and faster, you know? And then you're like mistiming the jumps. But if you find the right rhythm, you have to keep it. But after a while, you're just like, okay, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough. It sure is tough. I'll give you that.
Yeah. I would say my other least favorite was the Koopas. Sorry. Koopas cheated. The Koopas race.
That's true. They do cheat. But if you pay attention to how they cheat, you can learn how to cheat yourself. So
Yes, exactly. By the way, I have to let you know that is the most like snazziest Bowser I've ever seen.
Right?
Yes, very dapper.
Jack Black is looking pretty good today.
Yes. Jack Black is looking really good today. Oh, I just would love for a Pick of Destiny meme somewhere in a Mario. Like when he does a Bowser, I just want a Pick of Destiny song to just come in.
Oh,
and I'll
yes.
be happy. Yes.
There was like an AMA, there was like a question asking period at whatever convention the trailer got shown at. I don't remember which one it was, but Jack Black was there answering questions, and apparently he said Bowser's going to get musical. So that's exciting.
What? Yes! Sorry.
Yeah. No,
That
please
is
do
so
freak out about it. Please do.
Yes! Okay. Pick of Destiny, please. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Okay, that is like the best news. Thank you.
Yeah, Bowser doing a metal song is something that I need to see before I kick the bucket, I'll tell you. That's something that needs to happen.
I agree. Oh, I agree 100%. Definitely, and like, what if like Mario was joining in on that as like the backup singer?
The finale?
Yeah.
I could see that. That would be cute. You'd have to have it on the show because it would be really cute.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, let's do a watch party. Just like
There we go.
watch party it. Yeah.
I'm down.
Yes. Man, you're fast. We're already at the end. I'm like watching this and I'm like, this is the end.
Time just flew right by. Here, I'm actually going to do a really hard trick. I'm going to focus on it. If I don't get it, I'll probably try like 3 times. But this is a really, really tough trick, so.
Okay.
Yep, you just missed it. Let's try one more time. Hit my head. I'm going to try one more time.
Okay.
Oh.
Want to try it one more time? Oh.
No, I went into the pipe already. It's too late.
Got it.
It's too late.
No. Oh, yeah, that's right. Once you're in the pipe, you can't. Yeah, you're done.
Yep. It's easy to get addicted to trying to do that trick and it failing over and over and over again. There was a show that Tyrone is like the world record holder of every category in this game. We did like I can't remember the name of the show now. It's escaping me, but it's like a quiz show where like you're not only it's Corvame who hosts it.
Okay.
And you're not only speedrunning with the time, but you also get to have time taken off if you like answer trivia questions correct or whatever. Tyrone and I both went for that trick and both got it in the race, and that was probably one of the hypest moments that I've ever accomplished on GDQ. Just putting that out there.
That's really cool.
But yeah, that trick is really hard.
That's actually really cool that both, like, yeah, that is actually, agree, 100%. 100%.
Think fast. Yeah, people are saying
Yes.
think fast in the chat. That's right.
Thank you. I was looking it up just now. I needed to think fast, and I wasn't thinking fast enough.
The theme for the trivia questions was food, and bless Tyrone's poor heart, but like I used to be a chef. I was a cook for like 8 years.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of won the trivia pretty good. But also time stops when we shoot out of the wire. Time. We're good. All good. Run is over. We've done it.
Yatta! That was amazing. Thank you. Like, holy moly, that was just like, sorry, you absolutely crushed it. But
honestly, that was like, what was the final time? 1:14:36 is what I'm seeing on the GDQ feed. That's incredible for a marathon showcase. I'm not gonna lie, that's really fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yay, yatta!
So, I will take that. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, I'm just gonna say this. It was a pleasure to have you on. You're amazing, and it was really cool and fun to hang out with you. And definitely, just follow Danger's really great speedrunner, really great person. Is there anyone that you would like to plug in or shout out for?
Shout outs to Shasta for doing the first run of the night. Shasta's good people. I feel like Shasta and I were just like always kind of intermingled. We don't play the same games anymore or really at all, but like we always find each other in the same speedrunning spaces. And he's just an absolute delight. So huge shout outs to him. Shout outs to Cutie Roo for hosting the show. Let's get some love for Cutie Roo. Cutie Roo, you stream sometimes too, right?
Yeah. I'm getting into it. I'm getting back. We'll get back to streaming. You get to see me again.
Okay,
see
great.
my little smiles, and you can hear me laugh about random things. Yes.
Yeah. Go follow Cutie Roo. Go do it. Go follow. And then, if you like watching Mario Odyssey speedrunning and if you like having your questions answered, I know there were some questions in the chat that didn't get answered because, the nature of shows where we're doing voice chat and stuff, sometimes that happens. You're welcome to stop by my stream, twitch.tv/dangers. I'm doing Mario Odyssey most of the time, but I do like Mario speedruns, so I dabble all over the place from time to time. But none of this would really be possible without the collaboration and the effort of the Super Mario Odyssey community. It's massive. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's probably one of the most speedrun games, just full stop. Not even just the Mario series, just full stop. There's lots of resources, lots of people who are willing to help you out if you are interested in getting into one of the most approachable speed games, in my opinion. So there's a Discord server. You can access it by going to speedrun.com/SMO. Give it a shot. This is honestly just a super fun game to play over and over again. So if you like speedrunning, this is a game for you, I think.
Well, unfortunately, that is the end of the show, but I will be back 2 weeks from now. You can always check in. It's going to be fun, and we are Legally Cute. We're all, actually, you know what? I kind of want to be GD Cuties now. We are all Legally Cute GD Cuties.
I love that. That's a good name.
It is so good. I want to say thank you to both you and Shasta. Pleasure. And we are going to be going off for the night, but always stay tuned. We do have more shows coming up, and if you ever are interested in checking out like the schedule for anything for Hotfix, you can always check out the website on gamesdonclick.com. And also, any questions, definitely follow Dangers for Super Mario Odyssey, just Mario games. You have a lot of knowledge. And Shasta has a lot of knowledge in Kirby and anything like that. Good communities, good folks. Definitely follow them both. Alrighty, everybody, we're going to sign off for the night. And thank you for coming by. Love you all, GD Cuties.